Protecting language for future generations is important, how protecting culture is important, and Wales seeing it as being a small country but having big dreams and ambitions and leading the way in that. We've seen today that Wales has been doing this way before many other countries even knew what future generations was. And if we consider that in 2100 there will be half of the world's population that will be living in Africa, Wales isn't forgetting that. Wales isn't saying we are future generations. Wales is saying we care about future generations wherever they are and whoever they are and however we can reach that and make the world better for them, and integrating that intrinsically with the Sustainable Development Goals and not dislinking it to issues that we're already discussing today, I think is pioneering in the way Wales is approaching future generations.
Other countries have got committees in their parliaments that discuss issues of future generations. I think it's a very, very good example that each country should actually set up a committee of parliament that deals with nothing but future generations' activities.
The world faces so many immediate crises: war, debt, climate degradation. All of these things demand urgent action. But we know these are also long problems, and if we don't get ahead of them, they're only going to get worse. And so the opportunity we have and the mandate we need to deliver on is to reimagine our governance to deal with all of these kinds of challenges, both in the present and into the future.
I work on meaningful youth participation for young people on a UN level. So what that means and what that entails is that we want to give people who don't have a voice, don't usually have a voice in these important discussions. However, how can we say that that's important while at the same time not giving a voice to the people who aren't even born yet? How can we hold ourselves accountable to the future generations when they don't pay taxes, they can't vote, they have no one to stand up for themselves, they have no representation in the parliaments, in the senates? How can we stand there and say we're holding ourselves accountable for these people? So it's so incredibly important to not only think about ourselves, but to think about the people who are 100% of our future. And that's why it's so incredibly important to not only think about the future generations, but also to act for the future generations.
One way in which member states can implement the declaration is really by following the leadership of Wales and having sort of an independent body that looks at future generations, that looks at how government at all levels can embed strategic foresight and futures thinking into their decision-making processes at all levels.
For so many regions and countries, this is the beginning of a journey. This is a catalyst, this is a spark for what comes next. And actually the declaration, while absolutely essential, actually the implementation that comes after that is the most important part. And I hope that we set up the declaration and the momentum towards that. And I would encourage every member state to be thinking about what comes next.